It's no secret that modern academia is overflowing with Reddit-level midwits posing as intellectuals, especially in the humanities, which they've rebranded as the social sciences. They desperately want the prestige of science without any of the discipline, rigor, or methodology that makes science what it is. Even Karl Marx himself did this. He famously called his theories scientific. But by what standard? He just said it was scientific and everyone was expected to go along with it. This is where the rot begins. The belief that calling something scientific is enough to make it scientific. But the scientific method is not an aesthetic. It relies on empiricism, controlled variables, testable hypotheses, reproducible results, immediate feedback, and the ability to be proven wrong. The humanities cannot do any of this. Economics, sociology, philosophy, none of these fields can run controlled experiments on entire societies. You cannot hold all variables constant or run the same test again under identical conditions. And the stakes are catastrophic. A failed macroeconomic experiment can destroy millions of lives. In the humanities, you do not get verifiable feedback. Mistakes take decades to reveal themselves, and decades more to even understand. When dealing with these fields, you're walking blind. The only reliable tools you have are logic and history. But these are the exact tools modern academia is trying to take away. Critical theory, academia's most beloved thesis, claims logic itself is often unreliable, and, quote, Western rationality is used for oppression. Meanwhile, history is dismissed as irrelevant. In our arrogance, we only teach post-World War II, and pretend that everything before the Industrial Revolution is meaningless. So our only approximation of empiricism, the record of human experience, is stripped from us. The modern schooling system makes this even worse. A student struggling in the sciences is encouraged to pivot to the humanities, as if they were the easy subjects. But that's the issue. A student who's bad at the sciences will be catastrophic in the humanities. In science, their mistakes will be caught through experiment. In the humanities, their mistakes simply become ideology. We should be sending our best and brightest. Instead, we flood the humanities with people who fail the fields that actually check their work. It's no wonder then that the modern pseudo-intellectuals hate IQ studies. They get mediocre scores, and so they nitpick. But there's something deeper. In the secular worldview, where there is no God to bestow worth upon humans, the only thing that separates a human from an animal is intelligence. The more intelligent, the more human. So they cling desperately to anything that gives them the aesthetic of intellectualism. Scientific jargon, pseudo-empirical studies, infinite three-letter acronyms. Anything to avoid confronting their own mediocrity. And that's the tragedy of modern humanities. They were destroyed by science worship, by people who wanted the prestige of a lab coat without the discipline of a laboratory. The problem isn't that the humanities stopped being scientific. They never were. The problem is that they stopped being human.